Hello students. After our basic introductory chapter in accountancy, we are today going one step ahead. We are today going to learn about twofold effects which take place in any transactions. So, before learning twofold effects, we will learn something more about transactions. So, today I am going to draw a diagram in which I'll be explaining you about some different types of the transactions. Transactions, as you have learned, is exchange of goods and services in exchange of goods, services or money. This is a very common definition for transaction. In olden times, you might have learnt in your social study of standard 8, 9 or 10th that there was a barter system. What was that barter system? A farmer used to give food grains to the weaver and weaver would exchange it for cloth. यानी कि एक फार्मर अपने फार्म में उगाया गया वीट या राइस या बाजरा या ज्वार किसी वीवर को जो क्लॉथ बनाने वाला है, कपड़ा बनाने वाला है, उसको वो फूड ग्रेन देता था और बदले में वीवर उसको क्लॉथ देता था, कपड़ा देता था. तो दिस वॉज ए एक्सचेंज ऑफ गुड्स फॉर गुड्स. या फिर ऐसा भी हो सकता था कि any kind of medical help was provided by the Vaidji to a teacher's son, and teacher in exchange would teach to the Vaidji's son or daughter. That was a barter system for services. But that was an old story. Today we exchange goods and services for money. We go to the market, we pay money, and in exchange we get goods or services. Suppose I am going to a market with 70 rupees in my pocket. I am buying some fruits and vegetables. I am getting those fruits and vegetables and I am paying 70 rupees for that. So that is, goods are being exchanged for money. The definition of money, as we have learnt in the earlier chapter, it could be cash, it could be check or e-money, digital money. That is, any form of the money is money. So transaction means basically exchange of goods and services. Now we are going to make two parts of the transactions. Economic transactions non-economic transactions. Economic transactions and non-economic transactions. Non-economic transactions are those transactions where exchange of goods and services in exchange of money does not take place. That are known as non-economic transactions. Practically speaking, non-economic transactions are not to be recorded in books of account. So we will not be discussing them. Few examples as and when required, I will be giving you about the non-economic transaction. Say for example, today I am placing an order to buy some books from a bookseller. Either by telephone call, either writing or mail, or personally going to a bookstall and placing an order. आज मैं किसी बुक शॉप पर चला गया, वहाँ पर मैंने कुछ नंबर ऑफ बुक्स के ऑर्डर प्लेस किया. Neither I am making any advance payment. Neither bookseller is giving me any book today. So today, on this particular date, there is no exchange of goods or services or money. Neither I have paid anything, neither he has given me the delivery of the goods. So it is a non-economic transaction. Today I just placed an order, but exchange of goods nor the exchange of money has taken place. So it is a non-economic transaction. Second example of non-economic transaction. Suppose today I appoint a manager for my shop. किसी एक पर्सन का मैंने इंटरव्यू लिया, say Mr. A, I found him to be okay, proper, and I appointed him as a manager of my shop. So today is the first day, I just have given him an appointment with a monthly salary of some amount. Verbally I committed, maybe in the writing I am committing that I will make you a payment of salary per month this much amount. But today itself is the first day I have just given an appointment to that Mr. A to work as a manager in my shop. So that is not an economic transaction. So it is a non-economic transaction because today Mr. A has not delivered any services. He may start it from tomorrow. After a month, for his services, I will make him a payment in the name of salary or wages, etc. But the day on which a person is appointed is a non-economic transaction. So there is a long list of non-economic transaction. Once we will be learning all the types of transaction, it will be easy for you to identify non-economic transaction. Non-economic transactions are not recorded in the books of account. Economic transaction, yes, they are recorded in the books of account. Now we will be learning the three basic types of economic transactions. Cash transactions, credit transactions, mixed transaction. Mix means combination of cash and credit. Cash transaction, in the chapter number 1 we have discussed what is the cash transaction. When immediate exchange of money takes place for goods or services, that is known as a cash transaction. I go to a shop, I am buying a TV set and making the payment immediately, either by currency notes, either by check, either by credit card, either by some application that is e-money, digital money. But I am making the payment. मैं उसी वक्त पैसा उनको पे कर रहा हूँ, तो it is a cash transaction. Immediate payment of money is done, that is a cash transaction. Credit transactions, as you know friends, credit transaction, the payment, the exchange of money is postponed to a later date. आने वाले समय में पैसा हम देंगे. Today I am buying a TV and making a promise that I will make you a payment after 10 days. So it is a credit transaction. Cash transaction, credit transaction. You are well aware about this. Mixed transaction. Suppose today I purchase a TV set of rupees 35,000. I am giving a payment of 10,000 rupees today and giving a promise that remaining 25,000 I will give you after 10 days. So that is a mixed transaction. Because some part of the money is paid and some is unpaid. So that is a mixed transaction. Whenever I say cash transaction, friend, it will include cash, that is currency notes, and it will also include the payment done by check. It will also include any payment done by any other form of money, e-money, digital money, etc. But the exchange of money takes place, that is cash transaction. When it is postponed to a future date, it is a credit transaction. When some part of the money is exchanged and remaining is not, that means remaining is unpaid, it is a mixed transaction. So now we are going to understand about twofold effects of the transactions. What are the twofold effects of the transaction? Accountancy, double entry bookkeeping system. So from double entry bookkeeping system, the word twofold effects. Now, what are twofold effects? Very simple. Because this kind of practical experience you all have done in your life for number of times. Let us remember those situations. You are going to a shop. You are paying 20 rupees. Shopkeeper is giving you a pen, writing pen. What has happened? You are giving the money to the shopkeeper and shopkeeper is giving goods, यानी कि आपको पेन चाहिए था तो उसकी दुकान में से निकाल कर उसने पेन दिया. This is twofold effects. What are these twofold effects? You give money and you are receiving pen. You are giving money, you are receiving pen. Twofold effects. पेन आपके पास आ गया, पैसा आपके पास से चला गया. From the shopkeeper's viewpoint, he is giving away the pen. वो पेन दे रहा है, पेन उसके यहाँ से चला जा रहा है, and he is receiving the money. पैसा वो ले रहा है. Twofold effects. ना तो आपने पैसा ऐसे ही दे दिया, you have not just given the money, but in exchange you have received a pen. That is why you have given money. And shopkeeper ने ऐसे ही आपको पेन नहीं दे दिया है, he is receiving money for that. So twofold effects. From the business viewpoint, we have to think it from the business viewpoint. So we will think it from the viewpoint of a shopkeeper. Let us say, suppose purchase goods of rupees 5,000. Okay. Now, first of all, we will try to identify which kind of transaction it is, cash transaction or a credit transaction or a mixed transaction. So, I am going to explain you about some criteria, how to identify them, how to identify cash transaction or credit transaction or it is a mixed transaction. For that, we will read this transaction. In this transaction, do you find the name of the word cash? First of all, first point, check it out. Word cash. Do you find word cash in this transaction? No. Okay. Word check. Do you find any word check in this transaction? No. Name of any person, shop, company, etc. Do you find the name of any person or a shop or a company? किसी भी कंपनी का नाम या किसी शॉप का नाम, कोई भी प्रकार का किसी इंस्टीट्यूशन नेम? नो, वी आर नॉट फाइंडिंग एनी सच नेम इनसाइड इट. नो. Hence, see, cash word is not given, check word is not given, name of any person is not mentioned over here. So it is a which kind of a transaction? Hence, it is cash transaction. What is the conclusions, friend? Here the conclusion is that it is a cash nature transaction. Now, to differentiate between cash transaction and credit transaction, I will be taking another example, a simple one. Keep looking at this and what I am going to explain the second one. Purchase goods of rupees 5,000 from Amar. I am going to repeat the same steps over here. The first step, word cash. Do you find word cash in this? No. Do you find any word related to check? No. Name of person? Do you find the name of any person? Yes, we find the name of a person over here, Amar. So, hence it is a credit transaction. See the difference between the two transactions, friend. Purchase goods of rupees 5,000. Second one is purchase goods of rupees 5,000 from Amar. In the first one, is there any word cash given? No. Word check? No. Same situation in transaction number 2. Word cash? No. Word check? No. Name of any person in first transaction? No. Name of person in second transaction? Yes. So in that case, it becomes a credit transaction, but the first one becomes a cash transaction. So the rule is, first of all, you have to check the word cash in the transaction. If you find the word cash in the transaction, it means it is a cash transaction. I can write example number 3 to make you more clear. Purchased goods of rupees 5,000 from Amar and paid the cash. See friends here. Purchase goods of rupees 5,000 from Amar and paid the cash. So my first thing is word cash. What should be my answer for over here? Word cash? Yes. There is a word cash in this transaction. So no need to ask the question number 2, question number 3. It becomes irrelevant. The first word, cash, the conclusion is it is a cash nature transaction. Because word cash is found in the transaction, we are not asking our key questions number 2 and number 3. And we conclude that this is a cash nature transaction. Because the word cash is presented in the transaction. I'll have to give you examples, still more examples to make you understand more clearly. So I'll be giving you example number 4. Sold goods of rupees 8,000. Same key questions we are going to repeat. First question, word cash. Do you find over here the word cash? No. Word check. Do you find word check over here? No. Name of person? Do you find the name of any person or shop or a company or a bank or some institution? No. When all three questions are answered as no, hence it is a cash transaction. Because all these three questions are no, it is a cash nature transaction. Now I will be going with example number 5. This requires a lot of practice to decide which transactions are cash nature and which are credit nature. 5 number. Sold goods of rupees 9,000 to Rita. Same three questions I am going to repeat in the same chronological order. The first question, word cash. Do you find word cash in that transaction? No, it is not there. Second question, word check. No, there is no word check given in the transaction. Name of person. Do you find a name of person in that transaction? Yes, there is a name of some person given over there. So it becomes credit nature transaction because the name of person is given. This is a credit nature transaction. Okay, suppose I make a small change in this transaction, friends. Say for number 6, sold goods of rupees 9,000 to Rita and received a check from her. I have extended the transaction. Sold goods of rupees 9,000 to Rita and received a check from her. Again, to decide whether it is a cash transaction or a credit transaction, I will have to answer 3 key questions. The first key question, word cash. Do you find word cash over here? No. Word check over here? Yes, we find the word check. So once I get an answer yes, I do not have to ask the third question, name of a person. It becomes irrelevant. Now in the third question, whether your answer is yes or no will not change the status of the transaction, because if the word cash is given, then it would have become a cash transaction and second number question would have been not asked, not required. Okay, but in this transaction, the first question, word cash, the answer is no. So I ask the another question, word check, answer is yes. I need not ask the third question, name of a person. I am not going to put here the third question, name of person, irrelevant. Does not make any difference whether it answer is yes or no. This yes indicates it is cash transaction. So whenever you are reading any kind of the transactions, friend, The first step in accountancy is to decide whether that transaction is a cash transaction or it is a credit transaction or it is a mixed transaction. Yet we have not taken any example of mixed transaction. I am going to take more examples right now for identifying cash or credit nature transaction. From 6th number example, I will be going to the 7th one. This is a unique type of transaction, easy transaction. Paid rupees 200 as wages. Wages means when we make some payment in exchange of the labor services that are known as wages. Suppose you are having a shop. आपके यहाँ कोई लेबर आकर कुछ काम कर जाता है, जैसे कि अगर आपके शॉप की साफ सफाई कर जाता है, क्लीनिंग प्रोसेस कंप्लीट करता है, we may pay wages. Wages, salary, this definition we will understand in detail later on, but wages is something related to the salary. Paid rupees 200 as wages. The first key question, word cash. Students, what is your answer? Word cash. Do we find any word cash in this transaction? Okay. Your answer is, if your answer is no, you are wrong. There is a word cash in this transaction. Surprised? आपको कहीं word cash दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है, वो hidden है. I will tell you which word represents just like the meaning of cash, and that is paid. The word paid. Think, if I say I have paid my fees, so what does actually that word paid means? I have given the money. मैंने money pay कर दिया. Paid. The word paid, it itself has a second meaning, that cash. Cash of rupees 200 has been paid as wages. I have not written cash paid, but paid is what? Cash. So this word paid is word cash. Word cash is there? Yes, the word cash is there. Do I need to ask the second number question? No. Do I need to ask the third number question, name of person? No. Conclusion has been derived. Word cash is there. Yes, it is a cash transaction. Same way, one more example. Received rupees 1000 as rent. रेंट यानी किराया, भाड़ा. अगर आपने आपकी प्रॉपर्टी किसी को किराए पे दिया है, तो द ऑपोजिट पर्सन, दैट इज द टेनेंट, वो किराएदार आपको किराया देगा. Received rupees 1000 as rent. The first question, word cash. Can you see the word cash over here? Yeah. Apparently, we do not see the word cash over here, but a word resembling like the cash is present. Which is that word? Received. उसका मीनिंग received, क्या receive किया? Rupees. Rupees how much? 1000. So received rupees 1000. Just imagine if I say I have received rupees 1000. तो what I have received? मेरे हाथ में क्या आया? Cash. Money. Maybe check, maybe currency note, or in the form of some digital payment. but paisa, money, receive. So what is my answer? Word cash? Yes, I have the word cash over here. So when I get answer yes in my first key question out of the three, so no need to ask the second one, no need to ask the third one when I am getting my first key question answer equal to yes. So this becomes, it is a cash transaction. It is a cash transaction. 9 number. Received rupees 1000 as rent from our tenant Ria. Okay, first key question, word cash. Equal to. Looking to this transaction, apparently the word cash is not seen, not found. But meaning of the word cash, received, is there. This word received is just like the word cash. So what should be my answer for the word cash? Yes. Once my first key question is answered yes, don't bother about second question or the third question. You have your conclusion there itself. When I get the first key question answer equal to yes, my conclusion is derived. It is a cash nature transaction. This is a cash nature transaction. Correct? This is a cash nature transaction. Same way, friends, I will go with more illustration because this is the fundamental of twofold effects. Unless we are able to identify cash and credit nature transaction, we will not be able to decide about the twofold effects. I am going to write example number 10. Bought यानी purchased, bought a computer of rupees 25,000 from Chroma stores. We will start with our first key question, word cash. Do you find here the word cash or any word resembling like cash? No, there is no word cash or any such word which is resembling the word cash. So answer is no. When I get no as the answer in my first key question, I'll have to ask second key question. Word check. Do we have word check in this transaction? No. Third, name of a person. Yeah, in the first chapter, I had made you to explain, friends. There are two types of the person in accountancy. The first one, living person, like Ria, Rita, Amar, me, you, or anybody who is living on this planet. All are person, living person, natural living persons. But I had explained you that there are persons created by the natural person. They are known as artificial persons. हम और आप ह्यूमन बींग्स है, नेचुरल पर्सन है. हम क्या क्रिएट करते हैं? हमने क्रिएट किया एक स्कूल. क्या नाम दिया स्कूल को? हेब्रॉन स्कूल, हेब्रॉन हायर सेकेंडरी स्कूल. तो वी आर क्रिएटिंग अ पर्सन in the terminology of accountancy. So Hebron Higher Secondary School is one person. Bank of India is a person. Same way, here name of person, yes, there is a name of person. What is that name? Chroma Stores. जहाँ से हमने कंप्यूटर को खरीदा. तो नेम ऑफ पर्सन, yes. First one is no, second one is no, and the third one is yes. That means yes, it is a credit nature transaction. Out of the 10 examples what we have learned, student, we can derive one conclusion that in cash nature transaction, name of a person can be there, cannot be there. हो भी सकता है, नहीं भी हो सकता है. But whenever it is a credit nature transaction, definitely there would be the name of a person. देखो, received rupees 1000 as a rent from our tenant. In this there is a word cash. It is a cash nature transaction. The name of person is given is irrelevant because हम वो थर्ड नंबर के क्वेश्चन तक जाने वाले ही नहीं है. In the first question, word cash, the answer is yes. We have concluded that it is a cash nature transaction. And the name of person may be given, may not be given, does not make any difference. Just like this one, received rupees 1000 as a rent. And here received rupees 1000 as a rent from our tenant Ria. Both these transactions are same from the accounting viewpoint. Here the name of tenant is not given, fine. Here the name of tenant is given, doesn't matter. Accounting treatment देने के लिए दोनों ही same है, it does not make any difference. पैसा यहाँ पर रिसीव कर दिया, कैश ट्रांजेक्शन. पैसा यहाँ पर भी रिसीव कर दिया, कैश ट्रांजेक्शन. So not to bother whether the name of person is given or not given. But when it is a credit nature transaction, you will always find the name of a person in the transaction. Bought a computer of rupees 25,000 from Chroma Stores. Word cash, not there. Word check, not there. Name of a person, yes, Chroma Store is a name of a person. It is a credit nature transaction. If it is a credit nature transaction, the name of person has to be there. वहाँ पर किसी व्यक्ति का, some institution, name of some shop, store, company, bank, school, college, hospital, etc. किसी न किसी का नेम होना जरूरी है if it is a credit nature transaction. So today's topic, friend, we conclude over here that we have decided how to identify cash and credit nature transaction. हमने आज के टॉपिक में क्या लर्न किया? How to identify cash transactions, how to identify credit transactions. And for that purpose, we have taken 10 examples. In all the 10 examples, I have been asking the 3 important key questions, which are the foremost important questions to decide whether a transaction is cash or credit nature. What is the first question? Is the word cash present? Yes or no? If it is yes, वहीं पर हमारा conclusion आ जाता है that it is a cash nature transaction and we do not go for second and third question. But if the first key question, word cash, answer is no, we go for the second one. That is the word check. अगर वहाँ पर yes हो जाता है, then we don't go for the third. वहीं पर conclusion आ जाता है that it is a cash nature transaction. And if the first one is no, second one is no, third one will definitely be yes. वो यस ही होगा. अगर फर्स्ट वाला नो है, सेकंड वाला नो है, तो थर्ड वाला यस ही होगा. एंड देन इट रिजल्ट्स इनटू क्रेडिट नेचर ट्रांजैक्शन. So friends, try to practice how to identify cash nature transaction, credit nature transaction. Then in the next lecture, I'll be taking about mixed transaction. But this will be very easy because it will be combination of cash and credit. And then afterwards, we'll be able to understand twofold effects. So to understand twofold effects, you must learn how to identify cash and credit nature transaction. So there is an exercise in your book. Please revise it, how to find cash and credit transactions. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you.